Hello everyone, welcome back to my video. I hope you had all a beautiful week till now. And today, as promised in my last video, I will tell you all about my stack of planner and journals for 2025. Will they all be finished? Will I all finish them in 2025? Of course not. No way I'm gonna finish all of them in 2025. However, I'll tell you all about what I'm planning to do and where everything is going. So let's move these a little bit out of the way. Let's move this out of the way. And let's start with this little baby. In my previous video, you have already seen this one. This is my highlight video. This is my highlight journal, not video. But hey, if you think this is a highlight video, go on and let me know. This is my highlight journal. What this does, if you do not know, because you haven't watched any previous videos of mine, this is a journal that I simply keep for me to use on a monthly basis. It's nothing that I use on a daily basis. It's truly monthly. On the left pages, I put a Polaroid, and on the right pages, I write something about the month that Polaroid represents. This is a variation that I started doing in 2021 in a bullet journal of mine after doing a Polaroid or year. My Life in Polaroids, I think it's called, with done by Amanda Ridgely. She did it first. It's her idea. That's where I got it. I'm not sure if she was the first, but that's where I got the idea. So I saw her doing this, my life in Polaroids or my year in Polaroids, and I started doing it too. In my second year of doing it, that was 2021, I also added a little text next to the Polaroid. It was half a page each Polaroid. So kind of what this is, because I usually use A5, this is an A6, so it's the same size and the same space that I'm using. I started it in the bullet journal. I took it out after I got this notebook. Because the bad thing about doing this Polaroid stuff is that your journal bulks up like crazy. As you can see, this has bulked up quite a bit and it's not even halfway done. This journal will last me until 2036, mid 2036 maybe. After that, I'll see if I want to continue it or not. I don't know, but until then, I will continue using this because it is a beautiful, lovely notebook and I want to finish it. I want it filled. I want it filled with highlights of the month, with Polaroids, all of this. And the good thing about this is I don't have to worry about the spine. I really do not have to worry about the spine breaking. It is leather, it is bound in a way it should not break. Also, I don't have to worry about it getting too big because I have a strap. Even if it gets really big, as long as I can wrap this around, I can close this journal. And that's why I chose it for this thing, because I had a long-term journal where I wanted to do exactly that, and adding the years in there, it bulked up quite a bit, and it would have damaged the spine if I had continued. So this won't happen with this, and I really truly love it. It's one of the most beautiful notebooks that I've owned, or that I own. Because I like this one so much, I got this one. Again, it doesn't matter how big it gets because I have a flap. So in this notebook, I do journaling, like in a diary, and also scrapbooking that correlates with it. So it's also my creative outlet. Also, again, because of this flap, I'm not really worried about this getting too big. But there aren't really Polaroids in it, and the scrapbooking doesn't really bulk up as much as the Polaroids does or do. So I can't wait to finish this one. I have 10 of these sections, and I've finished 2 already. So in 2025, I do want to use it more. I'll come back to this a little bit later. Let me finish the other ones first. So I'll put this here. Again, we have my finances. My finances started in June 2020 in this notebook. This is in addition to the Excel spreadsheet that I have on my PC because I don't want to track everything by hand and then calculate it. I make mistakes. Things don't turn out right. I tried that, done that, been there, and I want it easy. I'm lazy, guys. I'm lazy. So this will continue on until it's full. There's nothing really that it gets glued in or anything, but I'm here. This has over 200 or about 250 pages, and I'm literally here. Like, I'm on page. Let me check which page I am currently. Nope, that was too far. I am on page 36, guys. 36 out of 251. So there you have it. This is going to be a long finance journal. Also, this beautiful sticker I got from a friend of mine. And it's really, really lovely. At the same time, when I got this, I also got this lovely. And this, my ladies and gentlemen, is my 5-year journal that I will be finishing this year. In the last year, I had word journaling in my planner because I had so many empty spaces. Where else would I journal? So it was kind of repetitive to write things in here. It would have been even more repetitive writing again in here. So it was already a little bit repetitive writing in here. But you can't really write much in here, so it wasn't that bad. And I try to always write about different things in each journal. However, if you have too many journals, it's just going to repeat itself at some point. So yeah, this will be finished this year. So I can't wait to finish this because I started in 2019, May 25th, 2019. Used it for a little bit, then I stopped, and I was like, before I moved, I was like, do I want to keep it or do I want to throw it away? This one came later, and I decided I want to fill it up. After that, I was very consistent in writing into it. 2021, I had a planner by Mosery. I didn't have any journaling pages within the Mosery, so it was really easy keeping this up because every day I would simply go in here to journal, or I would go in here and make longer entries. And I kind of want to go back to that because I don't want just to finish this one, I also want to finish this one. However, I'm not really making or pushing myself too much for finishing this year because it's fine if I don't finish it. There's no space wasted. I can simply start where I stopped because there are no dates in there. It is a journal. There's a difference between a journal and a planner. A journal focuses on the things you write into it, the events, the experience, your feelings, that what this is concentrated about. That's why you don't need any dates. That's why you write the dates. That's why you don't have to write into it every single day. And that's why it doesn't matter if you write long entries one day and a really short one the next. Just don't force it. That's why you use a journal, an empty notebook for a journal and not a planner, in my opinion. Okay, we had this one too. And then we have these. These I started last year. This is going to last me a long time too. I will simply track or continue tracking my usage of my heater, my water, and my energy. That's all this is about. There's nothing fancy about it. It's not going to get decorated or anything. It's just a journal where I can track something. And this is my Audible or audio book journal that I got last year in September, where I'll be tracking or doing book reviews in it for my audiobooks. I also wrote down the authors I have and the books that I have on Audible from them. Also listened to them already. And then you can review your books that you either listen to, because you can actually rate the voice actor, like the voice, the way it is read to you, the speed it is read to you, and other things you want to note down for the voice actor. Then what you like the most, or this is what you like the most and this is what you didn't like. Then you have your favorite character, how you would rate the book itself, the whole thing, like storyline, the writing style, the cover, the characters, again the voice actor, and also your favorite scene. And a general recension a summary you can write down. And you can also do something about the author, like rate the book itself, put in a picture. These are the flames. The flame stands for spiciness, like a lot of, if you read spicy, you know what I mean with spicy. I don't have to explain it to you. And if you do not know what I'm talking about, well, I'm sorry, but YouTube will block me if I do explain. But it's the really spicy scenes, the giddy, as Charlotte Dobre would say, giddy scenes. The scenes that make you sweat and like, oh, I want that too. Anyways, you can write out the author, then the voice actor again, the genre, when you started the book, when you finished the book, so you have a tracking there. Then you can summarize the book in one word, and then if you would listen to it again, you could also scratch the listening part and write down the reading, yes, no, maybe, and if you can recommend it to others. So it could look like this. This is the games we used to play by a friend of mine, David Jimenez. I mentioned him in the last one, and I'm gonna mention him in this one too, because the book is just freaking awesome. I was really frustrated towards the middle, kind of the end, like Act 4 or something, because you have a peak and then you have, right before the peak actually. So I was really frustrated with Luca in that situation. However, it's a lovely story. I love it. And I'll tell you my favorite scene again about this book. It's when Luca comes in completely drunk to Sylvester, arriving at Blake's place where he was living because he lived with his adoptive parents, and he was completely drunk. So he was drunk, came in, they laid down, and then he started like, I want to have your baby. Blake is like, you cannot have my baby, because he's male. Males cannot have babies. So it goes on a while, and he's like, you don't want my baby, and starts to crying. You don't want Violet. I don't know why he named her Violet. But it's the name that he named the daughter. He decided that they would have a daughter. Anyways, after a while, after Blake finally realizes that he can absolutely not reason with a completely drunk Luca, he just goes in and follows his lead, which makes Luca happy and finally fall asleep. And it's one of the most cutest, awesome, funniest scenes I have ever heard or read. So check out the games we used to play by David Jimenez. I will link it down below. It's a fantasy romance and going like historical a little bit and magic. So it's a really, really lovely one. I can only recommend. As you can see, the recommendation, yes. Would I read it again? Yes, totally. And in one word, just yes. So there you have it. It's a really, really lovely book to read. I hope you check it out. As I said, I will link it down below. Also, I kind of want to know if you want to read and if you're gonna buy it. So if you do, please leave a purple heart down there in the comment section. So I really want to know. All right, now let's get to the planner section. Because I do have actually one planner. However, the planner is not going to be used for planning. Maybe it will be at some point, maybe it won't. I don't know. I tried to stick to my choices that I made in 2023 when I decided that I wanted to change up my rhythm and go from only A5 notebooks to all different sizes and check myself if there are other sizes that I would like. Therefore, we have a 5 notebook. This is a daily notebook. It has a Sunday start, as it says, a day page. So my mother got me this for Christmas or my birthday. I don't know. I got all the presents at Christmas because I didn't celebrate my birthday. And I wonder why I was getting so many presents on Christmas and I had to do so many things. Because, yes, I actually have to either read some little funny story or sing a song before I can actually get my presents. It's just a little tradition that I actually quite like. So she got me this. And I was like, oh my head, oh my God, I already have something. I have something already that I want to use. So I'm not really sure what to do with it. So I thought, okay, it would be my backup if I decide that I really do not like the size that I picked for myself this year, because it's pocket size. It's really small and it's thick. You'll see it right away soon. And what I did start using it for is the game that I'm playing right now. Oh my God. It's not the games we used to play book. No. That is something completely different. Anyways, currently I'm playing a game. It's called Total Battle. And no, this is not sponsored. None of this is actually sponsored. I don't have any sponsors. And within the game, I'm called Lady Grimshar. And here I'm tracking my might, how strong I am. As you can see, it's a Sunday start. My mother definitely didn't look at it in the terms of what's inside because she wouldn't probably pick a Sunday start. I'm not really sure if she was aware of this, but it's a Sunday start, so it's probably from the United States because they're the only crazy people that start the week on a Sunday. At least that I know of, but leave it a comment down below and correct me if I'm wrong. I know some of them don't start on a Sunday. They actually do prefer Monday start like everyone else. So yes, you have some other pages in here that I will simply ignore for this. The monthlies are strange. I mean, you would have to hold it like this, but then the numbers face this way or this way, depending on which side you're picking, bottom or top. It's so weird because it goes like Sunday, Monday, instead of which I can understand because if you were to go like this, 7 days, it would be really, really small and long. So I can understand why they did it like this, but honestly, then make everything facing like this would be way better. I don't know. It's a weird layout for a monthly, if you ask me. However, how I'm using it as an index because each day has a page. The weekends are halved somewhere here. You can see there are only half pages, the weekends. And I'm writing down tips and other stuff that are that I want to remember about the game. I never was this invested in the game, I'm telling you. So this game got me quite hooked about it. So I write this down here and then I do a index in the monthly pages here. Also, these hold context about 4 pages before that I don't use for it. On this side, I have written down the captains that I want to use. And I'm realizing it's really dark. The captains that I want to use and what their specialty is. Because in this game, you have 3 slots for captains that you can use, and you should permanently switch them out. February, I also have something that is all about research. Research is important because it will pump you up with your strength. And again, an index, what is where. At the end of the page, at the end of the book, I started to write down the things that I would have to do throughout the day, or some other things like if there are fightings, how much I made in valor in experience points during the summons of the Tin Man. That is an event, for example. So if I wanted, I could check if I got more or less during these summons and stuff like that. So that's what I'm gonna use it for. Will I finish this in 2025? I have absolutely no idea. It depends if I keep playing the game through 2025 and if I have enough to write down for 2025. Should I continue the game throughout 2025 into 2026, then if this book isn't filled up, then I will simply continue writing into it until it's full. So I'm not really using it as a planner, I'm using it as a journal because I don't want it to go to waste. If I have any highlights or anything like the might tracking that I'm doing here, this one should be filled at the end of the year. And I'm really close to getting 3 million might. Only one more research bit, guys. I am there. I'm there. One more research. Now to the most important part, besides the journals, that is the planner. What planner I'm going to use? I already spoiled a little bit because I am using a pocket size. And in 2023, I got really into buying notebooks with Tomoe River paper. So I will continue using Tomoe River paper this year too, because I really like the feeling of it. It's a really beautiful paper. And you can write with fountain pens and everything in there. It's a really nice paper. So I got myself these. In 2023, I decided I wanted to test out pocket size. In 2024, I used a B6, if you can remember. Wait, I'll show you. These are B6 size. In 2023, I used a bullet journal and A5, which was my standard size that I used. So this is a B6 size. That's what I decided on to using for 2024, and I did, and I loved it. For 2023, or 5, not 3, 5, however, I decided that I wanted to use these because I got them in 2024. These notebooks are from the Angel Shop. They just had recently launched and I really love it. I mean, honestly, nice, I love it. This is a pink with silver holographic etching. And then I got, because I wasn't sure if I fit a whole year in it, these are 520 pages. They are not numbered, but about 520 pages in here, and I wasn't sure if it's gonna last me for a year. So I got this one, and I got a present for my friend that year. And this is black with golden edges. So you can see I also put in some washi tape that I got at that time. It's not as thick as I would like the edges. I haven't written in here at all, so I just made this. Also have that going on in here, like so. This is from the washi tape shop, I think. That was an additional, or it could have been, no, it's thick, it's the washi tape shop. If it's then it would have been Sterling Ink, because I did buy from Sterling Ink too. This year, no, last year, or the year before. I'm not really sure when I bought stuff. I have a little bit of an index where I'm just gonna write down the most essential things that I need to know, that are most important, like goals, because I only have this one page. And this planner actually came with a grid like this. This is a calendar that you could fill yourself. This is for bullets journaling styling. If you want to do that in here. This side I used for notes, as you can see. And what I did, if I used the previous color, because I went rainbow, and wrote in the numbers from the previous month or the days during that week. What that did was, if I have 6 weeks and I couldn't write down the 6th week down here, then I have the days in the following month still in there. So that's that. So what else I did was that I wanted to test out a layout that I saw in one of the videos in another planner. I wanted to know whether I would like it or not. It had a double page like this, and it had a weekly overview here. It had space for the week down here, and then there were 7 empty pages following that weekly overview, where you could write down the days. And then it would be a review page, and then it would be the weekly page again. So what I did is I actually did 2 weeks with this layout, where you have the day here and you have a small page for the day. And then I rotated and did 2 weeks where I would have the double amount of the page, like so. Would have been better to simply wait until the day arrives to see whether I need that space or not within that day. Yes. Did I have the patience for it? No. Because I prepped the whole calendar for the first 6 months already. I have some more empty spaces in the back, like here, that can be used for July if I want to. This would be a July. And also I have different weekly overviews for each month. So in June I had this one. No, this was not June. June I had this one for June. This is kind of reminiscent to the Sterling ink, if you write down the timeline down here, or the Hobonichi and the Rotocol. For May, I did this type of layout for it, right? And I kept the review page per week. Not sure if I'm gonna do something with it later on if I don't use it, but for now I have it. I did this layout. As you can see, somehow the binding is off. It really shows with this kind of layout, or at least the page is a little bit off. Do I care? No, absolutely not. So, as you can see, I did different weekly views. I did this a week overview like this. It's different, but after each week comes 7 days per day in either this layout, where I write down like this, or where I write down like this. It depends. But this is for the first half. But even though I said or decided that I wanted to use 2025, these two, I'm not sure if I'm going to use this one in the second half, because I got this. This was within the present of that my friend gave me, or sent me actually. She sent me 2. One for my birthday and one for Christmas. So one I opened on my birthday, straight at midnight. I'm telling you, I waited till midnight to open it because I didn't want to wait any longer than that. And the second one was Christmas, and my mom came that day on my birthday, and I gave it to her so that I didn't get tempted to using it. And this was in the birthday one. It is an A6. It's half of an A5. Oh, it's a little bit taller than an A6, I think. But it's something along the line of an A6. It would be another different size for me to try. So I am actually thinking of maybe using this one for the second half of 2025 to keep within the testing different sizes theme. Also, what I'm hoping this will do, as you can see, if I'm writing down only on this side, I don't have much space. So what I'm hoping this will do is that I have an easier time filling in this one without repeating myself. And if I want to go really long form, that I'm using my diary. So I'm kind of forcing myself to use my diary more because I can't write as much in here as I could in my B6 size. Because my B6 size really had a lot of pages, and with this I won't have as many pages. Not all pages are numbered, as you can see, because you have to go down and number them yourself. I'm only numbering every second page. So for now I've numbered till I think 200 or so, and then I stopped. Yeah, 200. So I would have to number the rest of the pages still. If I feel like if I actually going to use the index for anything, I don't know. So we'll see. Anyways, this is another shop where you can buy planners. This is the Angel Shops. So check it out. It's a really nice one. They also have pens and fountain pens and stuff like that. So check them out. They're really lovely. So now that you know what my lineup is for 2025, also I'm really not sure if I'm going to use all of them. You'll see how it ends. I'll keep you updated the latest next year, maybe throughout the year if I'm more consistent this time around with doing YouTube, which is totally a goal of mine. So there you have it. My lineup for 2025 with an unsure one, depending on what I'm gonna do in the second half or use as a second planner in the second half of this year. So anyways, if you like this video, give it a like and subscribe so I know you want to see more of it. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye!